Lads, welcome back to the next installment of How to Bend Copper Like a Pro series. Today, this is the installment that neither of us saw coming, part 2 of part 2. After reviewing part 2, the original, I saw some gaps that I wanted to fill. Two main ones specifically. The first one being this flare. Once this flare is done first, it locks you in. This is how I would have done it as an apprentice. I sat down and looked at it and thought, wait a fucking second, Mr. BTP, this isn't how you used to do it as an apprentice. Like most things, I'm learning to teach you guys. So I'm going to show you a different way that makes it significantly easier. And then I want to go the whole hog and show you what I would do in the field, give you more of an in-depth look at how I would do it. Something that takes a bit more finesse, but way quicker and way easier, in my opinion. Now, folks, this is worst case scenario. You just put all this love into this piece, and now you got a gap here that's bigger than my fucking dick. And this is what I used to do all the time as an apprentice. Do the flare, bend up the 180, and then I'd fuck this angle up here in regards to the distance. And then I realized, God, why do I keep doing this? So what I did to circumvent this was I wouldn't even cut this piece. I would actually bring it in line with this 90 here. And let me show you what that looks like. Now out in the field, I've been doing this for 15 years. So I always measure everything I need first, cut it, because I don't want to waste any materials. But I also forget that that's a step that takes years to learn. As an apprentice, this isn't how I used to do it. And I was thinking about that when I reviewed part 2. As an apprentice, I used to leave the length as long as I could until I had to cut it. And I'll show you how this works and why I do it. As an apprentice, I was criminal for never leaving enough length out the back of the bend. 1, for room of error, but 2, also to slide the flaring block and the nut over the back of it. So let's leave, say, 80 to 100 mil out the back of the bend. Bam. And then from here, you don't even need to measure this thing. I would then transcribe this line all the way down to here and then bend the 90 right here. And let's go and proceed with that. Gents, as always, we make sure that this bottom black line is right in line with the inside of these benders. Bam. We line it up nice and straight. Love it. It's like a little fucking pimp cane. My little pimp cane, y'all. Gents, now with this piece made up, I'm not even worried about cutting for this flare. This is the thing that gets done at the end. I want to bend it up entirely, as the last thing I want to do is overinvest into this. Let's view this as a systematical approach. I want to put this right next to my piece, where it would be where the flare is. I'm going to mark where I want my 90 to be. I'm going to bend this up, because worst case, if I stuff this up, then I remake the piece. You know, it's annoying, but the worse than that is having this flare ready, bending all this, and then realizing you've stuffed up. But even as I'm explaining all this, there's so many different ways you can still fix this. Even if I stuffed it up and bent the 90 here, I can always come across and shoot down. Or if I'm really sensitive about it, I can come across and drop it in a 45. There's so many different ways to unfuck what you've just fucked up. You know, use your brain a little bit. Bada bing. Like always, I'm just forever holding this thing next to my work so I don't stuff it up. Like always, we're getting that black mark. I get that black mark exactly where I need it on the inside of my benders. Let's give you a better look here. Bada bing. Hold it up next to my piece. Yes, that's the way I want it to go. Can't ask for much better. The apex is right there, baby. Sitting up our work exactly where it needs to be, I'm wrapped. It looks exactly where it needs to go. But better than that, as an apprentice out in the field, we haven't overinvested into it. I haven't cut the flare, fucked around with that, only to realize that I fucked it all. I've given myself heaps of margin of error. Now all I need to do is get my fucking handy pen that's right there. God damn it. And now, sit it here and mark the flare. Oh, fancy seeing you up here. That's the ticket. Oof. Gentlemen, how did we go? Bent all up. Ooh, baby, couldn't ask for better myself. Gents, now with our artwork on the board, we can now sort of envisage the rest of the work. And the best thing about this right now is we haven't had to cut the length once. It hasn't been a 6 meter length, you know, it has just been sort of a 1 to 2 meter length. but still, it means we haven't had to waste any material or screw ourselves over. Now we have one last bit to do, baby. And it is mark the center line in line with the hole itself, so we know where to bend the apex for our 90. Laughing. It goes without saying, boys, but my mark, I will always transcribe it all the way through and across so I can't miss it. And then even after I've done that, let's hold it back up on the piece. Bam, exactly where it's meant to be. We can't fuck it. We've invested so much time and effort into this. It'd be killer to waste it right now. Exactly how it's gonna be, right next to the piece. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Wrapped. It's the moment of truth, yeah? Oh, oh. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. What can't this? Man, you got fucking no idea how much I love this. You guys think this is a place that I love sprucing my business? For such a long time now, I've been ushered out of clients' houses, or even fucking family and friends. They don't give a shit about me talking about my plumbing. I live, eat, and breathe it. You can't start understand. So being able to do this on my Sunday, being able to, one, hone my own skills in, talk about plumbing, have people that are engaged to listen to me talk about plumbing, that also byproduct spreads word about my business, and then I get to offer not only the apprentices coming up, but the community in general, some education and information. I think, fuck, man. And I fucking get paid to do this, kind of crazy. Not the content-wise. I make 2/5 of fuck all with the content. I do it for the love. It's actually sort of like you guys don't know this, but it's actually, my memory is awful. It's sort of like a daily diary and then venting how I feel about the thing. If you guys realized how personal it is, you probably would be a bit freaked out. Funny. But regardless, I've thoroughly enjoyed today. We're not going to make it to the next section where I'll show you how I'm going to do it, purely because I want to enjoy some of my Sunday myself. But my babies, look at this. We're learning, we're slowly learning, and I love it. And I'm even loving, man, learning the thing as an apprentice and growing up through the industry itself is one thing. Then being able to articulate it to an apprentice is one thing. But being able to articulate it to large audiences and volume of people, putting plumbing terms to normal people terms, really difficult. I'm learning so much as I'm going through it. I fucking love plumbing, and I hope you do too. Much love. Till I see you next on the next installment, baby.
This dopey dipshit forgot to lock his tray on the way out. That's what you get for being a fucking arsehat.